Hey everyone, it's Trelaby, and I'm back again for like the fifth time this week. I'm just on the YouTube train. I got my Elgato back, and I am just like rapid firing videos out. I love making YouTube videos. I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make literally the perfect drag build. It's going to differ slightly from car to car, but for the most part, this formula will work best. I'm going to tell you why you need to do everything you need to do to get the perfect drag car. So first things first, the car that I'm going to use, I'm going to go with something kind of classic here. I'm thinking just something nice and big, you know, like a Chevelle or a Camaro. We'll go with a Chevelle. That feels like the right thing to do. We'll just go with a nice blue and white here. Blue and white Chevelle. So we get this set up. I'm going to go through the upgrades first, and I'm going to let you guys know why I choose each upgrade. Bam. All right. Chevelle has been purchased. So let's go to our upgrades. So the first things first, of course, we're always going to want to start in conversions. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to make the most effective drag build. It's going to be a little nasty. Things are going to go in this car that shouldn't go in this car in real life. But in terms of Forza and the way that it works, I'm going to show you guys how to game the system. First things first, biggest possible engine. You want the highest torque and displacement you can possibly get. So if you have a V12 option, get a V12. If you have only a V10 option, get the V10. If you have only a racing V8 option or a 6.2 liter V8, use that. You want to have the greatest starting horsepower that you can possibly have, and it'll only go up from there. Second thing second, you want as much traction as you can get off the line, so you want to go with all-wheel drive. Third things third, twin turbo. Twin turbo is going to give you the greatest advantage in terms of launch, so you want to have that as well. Next is going to be aero. I wouldn't recommend doing too much aero, but you can if you want to. I'm going to throw some aero onto there because then we can tune it towards speed. And then, of course, it doesn't really matter what you do with hood. Tires. Now, this is important. So first things first, drag tires. That was you're probably expecting that. Second thing second, since we are all-wheel drive, we're going to want to go with the thickest possible tires we can so we can maximize our grip. Of course, you can use your rims to lighten up your car. I always go with the, I think I passed them. I always go with these bad boys right here because they look cool. Leave your tires as chunky as you can possibly get them. Increase your stance as much as you possibly can. Next, upgrade all of this. This is going to increase your acceleration and reduce weight in your car. Next is brakes don't really matter, but they do save you a little bit of weight, so might as well do it. Now this is the thing that most people don't do. You want to go and throw on rally springs. This is probably going to sound a little weird, but you want to throw on rally springs. Anti-roll bars will help you from losing stability on the straights. This is just going to add weight. Don't throw on a roll cage unless you just like the way it looks. Weight reduction, of course, and then power as much as we can possibly get. Yep. So just throw on all of the power and performance stuff that you can possibly throw on there. And if you upgrade everything on a V12, you should end up with about 1,500 horsepower and over 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, which is exactly what you want. So this is what your car should end up looking like. Now, the rally suspension is the thing that is what a lot of people skip or don't do, but it's really important. It's the same reason that you throw on softer suspension with a rally car is when you accelerate and you have your car higher up in the air with softer suspension, the body is going to tilt backwards and press the rear wheels into the ground. And this is going to provide way more grip off the line. So next things next, tire pressure. When you have softer tires, when you have your tires that are a little deflated, they're going to catch on the ground a lot easier. So you're going to go with, since it's all-wheel drive, 15 psi for both tires. Gearing, you're going to want to go way towards acceleration. I wouldn't recommend going overboard. This is going to take a little fine tuning per car because it's going to be different for every car. But you want to find basically a cliff where you are going fast enough that you don't have a slow launch, but not too fast to where your wheels spin. You don't want any wheel spin, but you want to be going as fast off the line as possible. Don't mess with any of your alignment. If it's set to something else, make sure your camber is 0 degrees, 0 degrees. You want to maximize the amount of grip and the amount of tire surface your tires are going to be on the ground. Any roll bars, you don't really have to change. Springs, now you want to soften up the rear a lot. This way the car can squat. It'll make your turning absolutely awful, but that doesn't matter. It's a drag car. Soften up the front a little bit so that it can stretch out when you're pressing the rear wheels into the ground. I usually lower the ride height a little bit in the front, but not in the rear. That'll give it that classic drag look. Aero, speed all the way. Once again, this will absolutely kill your cornering, but that doesn't even matter because why are you going to be cornering in this? So I'm actually going to lower my gearing a little bit even more towards acceleration. Yeah, so I'm at about 180. It says I go to 0 to 60 in 1.4 seconds. That's never accurate. Don't trust it. So if we go out here into the area here, oh my gosh, someone is typing in chat. So, as you can see, if I launch, just presses the rear tires into the ground, which is exactly what you want. So now let's take this to the drag strip, and I'll tell you what you need to do in terms of gear tuning, and I'll give you a nice little demonstration. So as you can see, we built a pretty fast car already, but it can get faster. So if we turn onto the drag strip here, we're going to pop it into first gear, get our revs up. So that's already pretty good. We didn't get barely any wheel spin off the line there. And as you can see, we max out our 6th gear at just the end of the quarter mile, which is exactly what you want. You want to be you don't want to be redlining, but you want to get the fullest, the maximum amount of drive out of your gearbox by the end of the quarter mile, and that's exactly what you want. You want to be almost redlining by the end. So I actually just, lucky break, have tuned this car pretty much perfectly for what I want. But if you have a car like this, watch that squat. Yep. You want to ride out the first gear a little bit. That was a really bad shift up into third, but that's going to be a really quick quarter mile. So this kind of build isn't going to work on something like the Goliath drag race. But any quarter mile drag race, it's absolutely going to work ridiculously well. You can do it with smaller cars too. This exact same tuning and build setup will work with smaller cars as well. I have one here. I'll even pull it out. It's really close to the front. It's a Datsun. So if we go, yep, the Datsun 510. Here it is. This is my Datsun 510 Roadster. I'm pretty sure it has a flat 6 in it. But as you can see, rally suspension, drag slicks, soft rear. The tuning has almost no wheel spin. Wicked quick quarter mile. I probably could even tune it towards acceleration a little bit more. But yeah, that's a pretty simple, comprehensible guide to how to build a really good drag car in Forza Horizon 4. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit like, comment what I should do next. I'm very happy to read you guys' ideas and see what you guys would like. And yeah, I read all my comments. So yeah, if you liked the video, subscribe, hit like, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.